Hi, I hope you're okay. So, we're just gonna look at linear number patterns, nothing too crazy. So, with linear number patterns, um, we are basically revising what you guys must have done in grade 10 if you were there. So, suppose you were present on the day when they were doing linear number patterns. You'll probably remember that the general term for linear number patterns is given by the formula Bn plus C. There's another different formula. We'll look at it some other time. However, when you are given this as the general formula for the linear number patterns, what it therefore means from this formula is that term number 1, it's equals to B, instead of N you put 1 plus C. Term number 2, it's B into 2 plus C. Term number 3, what am I thinking in my mind? Because I'm writing things which I'm not thinking. B3 plus C. Okay, B plus C when you solve, 2B plus C when you simplify, 3B plus C when you make life simple. That would be term 1, term 2, term 3. So if you just write them in one row, you would write them as term 1, term 2, term 3. Hey, this handwriting thing is bad, but we're not here for the perfect handwriting nonetheless. So term number 1 will just be B plus C. Term number 2 will just be 2B plus C. Term number 3 will just be 3B plus C. So basically, if you were to get the differences between every two consecutive terms, that is term 2 minus term 1, you will get B. Term 3 minus term 2, you would get B. Even term 4 minus term 3, you still get B. Basically, what that means is that B is the common difference between every two consecutive terms. It's actually the constant difference. Some call it common, some call it constant. Basically, we are saying the same thing. What matters is understanding. And then N on the equation. By equation, I mean this equation. This is the general equation for linear number patterns. The N, B is the common difference. And then we have N, which is N is equals to, okay, N means the position of a term. So for instance, we subtracted N by 1 to get the position of the first term. That's the position of the first term. Position of the second term here, the third term like that. Oh, wait a moment. Here we're not getting the position, we're actually getting the value of the first term, the value of the second term, the value of the third term, not necessarily its position, because we already know that the position is position number 1, position number 2, number 3. So T1 means the first term, T2 second term, which is position number 2 in the when you are listing your terms, pretty much. I'm trying to reiterate this thing so that you actually get to understand the terminology used when we are dealing with number patterns. There's a term number, there's a value of a term. Term number is for instance, this is term number 1, this is term number 2, number 3, number 4, like that. The value of that term of term number 1 is 2, the value of term number 2 is 7, the value of term number 3 is 12. So let's just look at that example to understand how we are going to just be using the general formula. I was pretty much just on the general formula, because you need to understand that for you to understand number patterns, you need to familiarize yourself with the formula, the general formula, and be able to derive every term on that general equation, and pretty much you'll be able to solve all the problems. So this is basically the basis of this linear number patterns. There's nothing complicated about this thing. Don't let these unnecessary equations just scare you. So let's look at the example and try to solve it. I will try to just do this so that I don't have to write the equations. So I'll simply say solutions. A. They've given us that this is an example. Consider the following linear number pattern: 2, 7, 12, 17, etc. A. Determine the nth term and hence the 199th term. B. Which term of the number pattern is equal to 497? One problem at a time. First, okay, they're asking us to determine the nth term. The nth term, they're basically asking us to determine the term number n. Here's how you get term number 1, term number 2, term number 3. Term number n. I know n is not a number. Don't bite me. Term n, it's given by that. That's the general formula. It's a law. Don't try to come up with your things. Term number n is equals to bn plus c. That's term n. So basically, when they ask you to determine the general the nth term, which is a general term, they are asking you to get b, get c, substitute them into this equation and write that equation. That's basically the question. So we know that we are given 2, 7, we are given 12, 17. What would be b? B is just the difference, the common difference, like I said here. It's 5. That's 5. 7 minus 2 is 5. 12 minus 7 is 5. 17 minus 12 is 5 also. Therefore, B equals to 5. And okay, let's just write. Actually, guys, you must learn to write in full. This thing of being lazy is not promoted. And yeah, B plus C equals to the first term. There you see it. B plus C equals to the first term. First term is 2 in this case. So how much is B? B is 5. How much is C? You don't know, you're solving for it. All equals to 2. So then what is C? Therefore C equals to, you just need to take 5 to the other side. 2 minus 5 is going to be negative 3. So basically now you know what your C, what your B is. Then you can substitute into your general equation to rewrite your nth term. The nth term equals to Bn. That's 5n plus C minus 3. And therefore when you just write it in simple terms, or you simplify, it will be 5n minus 3. That's your Tn. That's your nth term. That's the first solution. This is a two-part question. They are saying to you, hence determine the 199th term. Okay, 119. This is the nth term. 199th term is going to be equals to 5 into 199 minus 3. You basically just substitute where you see n, you put 199. Therefore you have your solution. Punch the calculator, guys, and then tell me in the next video or in the comment section what the answer is. No, this mathematics is not something I'm gonna do by heart, if the heart can do mathematics. However, we move to the second question, B. Okay, with B they are saying which term of the number pattern is equal to 497. 497 is the value of that term. So what they are asking us is, in this very same number pattern, this one, if we keep writing these numbers or the values or the terms until we get to 497, if you were to count them from this first term until you get to number 400, I mean the value of the this value of 497, if you count them from saying this is 1, 2, 3, 4, term number 1, term number 2, term number 3, term number 4, until this, what would be the counting at this point when you get to 497? That's pretty much what they're asking. So to solve this problem, what you do is that you have the general term, which is 5, tn equals to 5n minus 3. So you need to know that already the value of that term is 497. So what is its position? That's n, right? So you need to just solve for n. To solve for n, you just do this, substitute, and not substitute, which English is that, but yeah, you just need to take 3 to the other side, get 500, divide both sides by 5, and then you realize that 100 equals to n, but I'm gonna write them in reverse, and then n equals to 100. That's going to be pretty much the case. So basically, therefore, to answer the question, because the question was asking you which term of the number pattern is equal to 497, they were not really saying do these things. So once you've done your maths and you know the answer, then answer the question. Therefore, term, or you can just, you can say term number 100 equals to 497, or the 100th term. I think the 100th term at this point sounds nice, so we'll go with what nice. The 100th term equals to 497. Yeah, or term number 100 equals to 497. Yeah, that's it. You are done answering all the questions. You can get your marks from, depending on how much or how many marks they are willing to give you, you can get all of them. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, comment, and then I'll see you in the next video. Sharp.